PACQUIAO Water Sports right here with Sergio the Latin Snake, MORA. Tell me, man, Virgil Ortiz, Ugas Velasquez. I feel like it's the perfect fight, right timing, right guy, and we're really going to see who the best man is on Saturday.
No, listen, Virgil Ortiz always comes to put on a show, and I think he's becoming an attraction here in his area here in Dallas. He's from Grand Prairie, but he brings out the fans and he puts on a show. 17 wins, 17 knockouts. I don't think he knocks out Velasquez under 7. He's knocked out everyone under 7 rounds. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're going to see him. I think we're going to see him with his hands full. He might even struggle a little bit. This is a guy that's only lost to the best in Terence Crawford. But this is exactly his next step in progressing. He's already fought the former champions of Maurice Hooker. He's already fought the top contenders, guys that had never been knocked out, like Mauricio Herrera. So he's already gone through the progression and passed the test every single time. Now this is the next step, and it's going to be a tough test.
Like you were saying, his Ugas' only losses to TC and Terence Crawford was, I think, 3-time world champion at that point. Ortiz is only taking him at an 18th fight. You think it goes past 7? You think this is the right step at the right time?
Oh, absolutely, and I think he hurt Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, he's a beast. Everyone knows he's a beast, but he hurt him with that right hand. He has a sneaky right hand. That's probably his best punch. And Virgil Ortiz, he's offensive machine, but we don't know how he is defensively yet. We don't know how he's going to react when he gets clipped with a shot. These are all answers we're going to find out in this fight. Yeah, I think it's a tough fight. I think it goes 7. I think we see Virgil Ortiz maybe even rock. This is a fight where we're going to have to see him. We're going to see him at his best.
This is one of those fights that's kind of like we really kind of like separates, like, right, if he's like championship material, right, if he's kind of the next coming, or maybe right, he isn't, right?
No, yeah, but you have to test your prospects, and when it comes to Ortiz, we're testing at 17-0, 17 fights. Usually you start testing these guys in the 20th fight, 25th. So we're going to find out what Ortiz is made of in this fight in his hometown, and it's exciting for everybody.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it, man. Gotta get your take. Big news: Errol Spence had eye surgery. Is out of the PACQUIAO fight. What were your thoughts when you first heard it?
It's a shame, man, especially so close to the fight. I think every boxer has been in big fights where the closer it gets to the fight, when you have to cancel, it's heartbreaking. It's dispiriting. Happened to me with Kelly Pavlik the week of. Happened to me with Jermaine Taylor a week of. And there's no explaining it. It's just something that you can never get back. But Errol Spence, he's unbreakable, man. He reminds me of that guy Bruce Willis in Unbreakable. He survived that horrific Ferrari crash, and now he has to another hurdle with his eye. You don't play with torn retinas and detached retinas. So this is something that most fighters retire from. Sugar Ray Leonard had to retire from it, and Errol Spence, he's unbreakable, man. I just think it takes some time off. He'll be back.
PACQUIAO Ugas is the fight we got now. It seems like a pretty dangerous late replacement, wouldn't you say?
Very dangerous fight. Aside from Ugas being a dangerous fighter, he has a dangerous style, good puncher, everything. Anytime you're preparing for a southpaw, then they throw an orthodox fighter at you, your whole camp went twisted. It's gonna present problems, man. I'm telling you. Not only is Ugas a good fighter, but he's the wrong style matchup because he wasn't preparing for his type of style. So I don't care how experienced you are. Pacquiao's a legend, a living legend. We know what he can do. He's a fighting machine, but he's human. So if he was preparing for a different style, and then all of a sudden they throw the complete opposite, it's gonna be bad news.
Who would you say has the advantage going in? Obviously, they were both preparing for opposite styles of what they got, but PACQUIAO, being the southpaw, is fighting a right-hander. Ugas is right-handed fighting a southpaw. Who would you give the edge to? Just
Ugas. Ugas has the edge, and this is the reason it's a dangerous fight. One, he has that Cuban amateur background, so fighting southpaws is no big deal for him. They fight southpaws around the world. But two, he has a chance to beat a living legend, an 8th division world champion. He's hungry for this moment. Pacquiao's been there, done that. He's probably looking over someone like this. These are the things, these are the mental battles that fighters go through that really, it affects everyone. I don't care if you're a legend or if you're just an 8-round fighter. A canceled fight is a canceled fight, and you're preparing for one thing, you get another. It's a curveball, man. It's going to be dangerous.
It's going to be fun to see how it plays out. Lastly, Canelo, Caleb Plant. it's not official. It seems like obviously it got pushed, if it does even happen, from September to November. But if it does happen, how does that fight play out?
I think Canelo's going to have problems with Plant, but because of Plant's lack of experience on the big level, you know, Uzcategui is the only fighter that we can say is a championship level. His 3 defenses have been soft, and we know Canelo has the best resume in boxing. I think the experience is going to be a big factor here. Plant's not a big puncher. Canelo's, you know, filling in nicely to super middleweight. You know, I think Canelo dominates, but Plant will give him issues. I don't know if Canelo knocks him out, but he hurts him, and that fight can go into the later rounds of distance. But I don't think Plant has anything to offer Canelo to win this fight.
Who does? If it's not Plant, who in the division, in and around Canelo's division, is his biggest threat, his biggest challenge?
I think Benavidez would be a fun fight while it lasts. I think Benavidez would be a dangerous fight for Canelo. Not only stylistically, but he has the hand speed. I think he has faster hands than Plant in combination-wise. I think he punches harder than Plant, and they're the same size. Plant has better movement, and I think is you know, keeps his distance better. But and of course, if you move up to 175, pick any Russian, pick anyone there. You know, Beterbiev or Bivol. Right. You got beasts.
Sergio, man, tell the fans where they can follow you and see what you're up to. And you're doing great on the zone stuff,
Appreciate
man. Congratulations on it.
Appreciate that. At the Latin Snake _. Follow me on Twitter.
There it is. Appreciate you.